see I section, you can see angle section, you can see circular, you can see rectangular, right? So these are the different shapes. Now which way around? Beams are oriented one way. Depth around the x-axis is the strong way. Some lateral stiffness is also needed. Columns need to be stiff both ways, x as well as y-axis. So this we have shown beams, timber beams, cold formed steel, timber post, hot rolled steel and steel tubes. Okay. Now you can see this particular diagram, right? This is nothing but the banding in the beam they have shown. The innermost layer is subjected to compression, the outermost layer is subjected to tension, that is where the innermost has been shortened and the outermost has been elongated, right, or lengthened. You can see all the compressive stresses add up to form a compressive force C. So above neutral axis, that is the black line which is passing above neutral axis, all are subjected to compression. If I assume that the sagging bending moment is there, similarly all the bottom layers are subjected to tension. If I assume it is again a sagging bending moment. Okay, so the net effect, you can see the tension is outward, the compression is 0, so the net effect of stresses will be 0 at neutral layer. So the stresses developed will try to resist bending. The equilibrium happens when the resistance equals the applied bending moment. Okay, so measure of stiffness, I think now we will first calculate the section modulus for a rectangular shape. Okay, we have got a rectangular shape. The moment of rectangular shape will be I, that is equal to BD cube by 12. Then moment of inertia for rectangular section, we have found out what will be the value of y. So y value will be nothing but d by 2. So what will be the section modulus? So the section modulus will be z, that is equal to I by y. What is I? BD cube by 12. What is y? D by 2. So BD square by 6 is the section modulus. Okay. Now we are going to calculate the section modulus for different shapes. Okay. What are the different shapes that we are going to take? So we are going to take different shapes as hollow circular section, hollow circular section, hollow rectangular section, simple circular section, as well as a square section. Okay, we have to just remember that the simple formula for modulus of section is nothing but z. Okay, so first is we take a rectangle. If this is a rectangle and if this is d, that is depth, and this is width b, that is b. If I want to find out the value of section modulus z, what is our formula? I upon y. Okay, so I moment of inertia for a rectangular section, that is BD cube by 12. What is y? Distance of extreme layer with respect to neutral axis. So I have to locate neutral axis. To locate neutral axis, we have to find out the value of CG, and we know CG is located by intersection of diagonals. So by intersection of diagonals, neutral axis will pass through this particular CG. Okay, so this is nothing but d by 2, and that is nothing but y. Okay, so y, that is equal to d by 2. So what will be the value of z? So z, that is equal to BD cube by 12 into d by 2. So that gives you BD square by 6. Okay, now second we will take as a circular. Okay, so we consider a circular section having diameter d. Okay, So what is section modulus formula? Z, that is equal to I upon Y. So I, that is equal to pi by 64 into d to the power 4, that is moment of inertia for a circular section. Y, so we have to locate the CG will lie at the center. From this CG, neutral axis will pass. So neutral axis, so this is the extreme layer. So distance of extreme layer will be diameter by 2. Okay, so that is nothing but d by 2. Okay, so what will be the value of Z? So Z, that will be equal to pi by 64 d to the power 4 upon Y, that is d by 2. So that gives you pi by 32 d cube. Okay, so same way you can find out the value of section modulus for hollow circular section. For a hollow circular section, what is the moment of inertia? Pi by 64 d to the power 4 minus internal diameter to the power 4. Then what is the value of Y? Y will be nothing but d by 2. So your modulus of section will be pi by 32 into d to the power 4 minus small d to the power 4 divided by d. Try to calculate at home, you will be able to easily calculate. Okay, now we will take one problem of strength for the section, that is how to compare two sections and say that which will have the more strength as compared to the another. Okay, so for that particular case I have taken one problem, you can see over here. Compare the moment of resistance of two sections. Okay, compare the moment of resistance of two sections made from same materials. Okay, important is they are made from the same material having same cross sectional area. Okay, the cross sectional area is also same. One is having circular cross section which has a diameter of 300 mm and another having a square cross section. Okay, so we have to compare the moment of resistance of these two sections. To start with, first is what is given, that we will write down. Okay, what is given in this particular problem? First is that it is a circular cross section, so we can draw a circle. Okay, case 1 is circular section and case 2 is a square section. Okay, as it is a square, we assume that the dimensions are B and B. For this, the diameter is given. Now the important word in this particular problem is that they are having same cross-sectional area and this diameter is given as 300 mm. So can I able to find out the area of this particular section? What will be the area of circle? So area of circle will be pi by 4 d square, that is pi by 4 into 300 square. Okay, so we get the area of circle as 70685.83 mm square. Okay, now they have told both the areas are same, so I can say that area of square, that is equal to b square, and area of square is equal to area of circle, right? So that is 70685.83 is equal to b square. So I can get the value of b. What will be the value of b? So we get the value of b as 265.86 mm, right? Now first part is over, that we have calculated the dimensions. Now they have told you to compare the moment of resistance, right? So what is our equation? My fire m upon I is equal to Fb upon y is equal to E upon R. Again no E, no R, as it is made up of same material, right? They have given it as made up of same material. So the value of Fb for both the cases will remain same. Okay, so we can say that as the section is made up of same material, the value of Fb will remain same, right? So now I will find out moment of resistance for circular section. That is equal to Fb into I upon Fb into I upon y. Okay, Fb into I upon y. Okay, as Fb will be constant or same, I'll put it as Fb. What will be the value of I? So I will be pi by 64 into d to the power 4 for a circular section. So pi by I, that will be equal to pi by 64 d to the power 4. Okay, so the value calculated is 397.6 into 10 to the power 6 mm to the power 4. Similarly, I for square section will be bd cube by 12. So 265.86 into 265.86 cube divided by 12. So we get the answer as 416.32 into 10 to the power 6 mm to the power 4. Okay, so we have calculated moment of inertia for both the cases. So we can say that for moment of resistance for a circular section, Fb will remain constant. I we have calculated as 397.6 into 10 to the power 6 divided by y. So diameter is 300, so it will be 300 by 2, that is 150. So we get the moment of resistance as 2.65 into 10 to the power 6 Fb. Okay. Similarly, moment of resistance for a square. So for moment of resistance for square, as the material is same, Fb will remain same, Fb into I upon y. So Fb will put same. I we have calculated as 416.32 into 10 to the power 6 divided by y, that is 265.86 divided by 2. So we get moment of resistance for square as 3.13 into 10 to the power 6 Fb. Okay. Now tell me, which will be more stronger? Which one will be more stronger? 2.65 into 10 to the power 6 FB or 3.13 into 10 to the power 3 FB. The moment of resistance which has less value will be strong. Okay, so because they are made up of same material, right? So if we are going to calculate the section modulus, then from section modulus we can find out Z for circle, we can find out Z for square, and then we can say whichever section modulus is greater, that will have more strength. But in this particular case, as we are talking about moment of resistance, the least value of moment of resistance is to be considered. Okay, that is why I have taken this. Okay, so with this we end our session. We have covered all types of problems for bending stresses in the beam. I've even taken 2 to 3 problems from our papers so that you are able to clear the doubts for whatever type of questions are being asked, and you can be aware that these types of questions can be asked and how to solve the problems based for bending stresses in the beams. So we meet next time for another unit. All the best. Thank you.